It is a great crowd. It's been a great evening. I've loved hearing from these mayors. You've got a lot to be proud of in these 4 mayors. You really do. You've got a lot to be proud of in these mayors. You guys, when I got to be mayor of Richmond, I asked a previous mayor to tell me about the job description of mayor. And this predecessor of mine said to me, well, Tim, the job description is this. It's a little bit like fire hydrant. In an emergency, they really need you. And when there's not an emergency, they have other uses for you. That's an inside mayor's joke. But in an emergency, they're going to count on you. And then in other days, they're going to knock you around a little bit. But there is no better job in American politics than being mayor of the cities that you're mayor of, a city like Richmond. And I give such a great round of applause and support. Give these guys a big, big round of applause. And you've heard a lot from the mayors already about one of the messages that I wanted to leave with you, which is, in a tough time, you may just be stepping back and building up your energy for the sprint ahead. And I know it because I've lived it in Virginia. I've lived it in the state just next door. I was elected for my first race in Virginia as a city councilman in 1994. And we were in wilderness years in Democratic politics just next door. You could get elected in a city office like in Richmond, but we were as red can be. When I was elected lieutenant governor in 2001, before that election day, when Mark Warner was elected governor, Mark Warner, Jim Cooper's longtime friend from law school, when Mark and I were elected before that, we had gone more than a decade of loss after loss after loss. 2 Republican senators, no electoral votes behind a Democrat since 1964, overwhelming margins in both houses, all state offices in Republican hands. That's what Virginia was, folks, in 2001. This was 12 years ago. In Virginia, we were as red can be. Now we've got 2 Democratic senators. Now we put electoral votes behind Barack Obama, not once, but twice. Now we've won our state senate back in 2020. And so as a next-door neighbor, as you're wrestling, Jim talked about looking at the path. What's the path forward to victory? Just real quick, it can happen, and it can happen a lot faster than you think. It can happen a lot faster than you think. It's about organization. It's about getting good candidates. It's about not losing hope. And what we found in Virginia, and you're going to find it here, is when we won that first marquee race, Mark Warner winning the governor's race in 2001, suddenly we had all kinds of people standing up and saying, you know what, actually, I'm a Democrat too. And it was like, well, wait a minute, I've known you for 20 years. I never knew you were a Democrat. Well, I didn't think it was cool to be a Democrat, but once we won a race, I'm going to come and say I'm a Democrat. And what will happen here, I know this, I've seen it in Virginia, and I've seen it as national party chair all around the place. You win that first marquee race, and you're going to see the field tilting, and all the marbles are going to be running your guys' way. And so that's why you don't give up. That's why you organize. That's why you recruit good candidates. That's why you fundraise. And it's going to happen in Tennessee just like it's happening in Virginia. We have gone from one of the reddest states in the country to the state that Chuck Todd at NBC now says is the perfect bellwether state. We're purple and actually trending blue. And this can happen to you if you organize and if you show the passion that you've shown tonight. So that's the good news I'm here to bring. You'll figure out how to do it. You don't need to adopt anybody else's model. But I'm just here to tell you that you can do it, and it'll happen quicker than you think with the kind of energy I'm seeing in this room.